Hello, current KORU members. Happy November. It's getting into the holiday season. And Grant and I, and all of us, are happy to share with you a couple. We're going to basically share two moves. They're kind of like the KORU 101 moves. And if you've worked with any of us in the classes and or privately, you know that this is pretty foundational and fundamental for how we like to teach you. And there are a lot of reasons as to why. So I'm going to demonstrate a very simple version, and then Grant's going to take over and show you where you can go with this hypothetically someday. Some of us, myself included, are still working on what he's going to show you. So basically it's sitting to standing, standing to sitting. You've seen me probably do this with a box. We don't need that. You don't need that. All you really need is to pay attention. Pay attention first and foremost to where your feet are and how you're going to lower yourself. You've heard me say many, many times, some of you, pay attention to gravity. That gives you the best feedback across the board. That's true here, and it's going to be true no matter what. Truly, all you're going to do, I'll try to enunciate as I start to go down and you get the funky hair show. All I'm going to do is fold over. I've paid attention to my feet, and I'm just going to fold over. Give into gravity as best as I can. I've adjusted my feet a little bit as I'm going, but essentially, I'm just coming down. My hands don't have to be resisting the floor. I can just fold into it. Breathe. Really deep, slow nasal breathing. And just explore how far with this deliberate footing, okay, keeping them in the positioning that you had or just close to it, how far can you comfortably fold over into this kind of position? Okay? You don't have to treat it like a squat. You don't have to treat it like a quote-unquote exercise. Just fold over, give into gravity, and see how far you can go with control. It's the easiest way to go up and down and up. Give into gravity. This will be relevant to pretty much everything you do all the time, and it'll be relevant to what Grant is going to show you. It's relevant to getting onto the floor, which we're going to show in a little bit. And it's just relevant to feeling good and feeling at ease, which is kind of the name of the game, right? That's what we want. So you can maybe do what Grant's going to show you.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm Coach Grant, and I'm going to show a demonstration.
Be ready to be impressed. Exactly. You may end up doing a little bit of a somersault. Exactly. Oh, he's giving you a preview for the next one. So actually, hang on a second. We'll keep this video going. All right, so you take it back a second. We're just totally improvising here. So the second part of what he showed you was going to be a second video. We're just going to flow with it. That's what we like to do. So the first part was the roll, which was great. And now you've already seen where he's going to go with the second part. You've all done, whether you call them, I don't really like to give the exercises names. It's just movement. Whether you call it an inchworm, a walkout, plank position, the key is paying attention to how your spine is long, okay? And if you don't, you're not going to be able to do what Grant just did. At minimum, in class in particular, when you're doing the, whatever Grant calls it or anybody else calls it, when you think of crawling, when you're doing it, the key is getting this involved. There's no way to get your feet off the ground like Grant did unless you get this involved somewhat. And that hopefully just looks like this. And the mirrors are really helpful. That's why we have them. You observe, how do you get that spine nice and long? This is the top of my spine, this is the bottom of my spine. How do I get it long? And what Grant did was pushed way over as far as he could. I'm not going to be able to do it. And slowly started to walk his feet off the ground. If you're doing that in class, good for you. But basically, the length of your spine and engaged here. That's the name of the game, so that Grant can, or so you can do at minimum that, and then do what Grant showed you, which he'll do again, because he's incredible. Here you go. I can't do
Okay.
And that took him about 5 minutes of practice. So you'll be able to in 5 minutes as well. That's it. All right. See you in
Thanks,
class.
guys.